Okay, we're doing a Pixar tier list.
Okay. Do we want to do? The way I think about this right now is let's do the. How do we want to start? Oh, did you start recording?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. How
Yeah.
do we want to start? I think we should start with something that represents like the baseline, and I think we both agree on this. I think we just talked about it, which is like Bugs Life or Up. It's like the baseline where it's like it's good.
Wait, why
but
is
it's not
Bugs
fucking
Life the baseline? Because
like, do you genuinely like it? Like I was thinking like
no, Bugs Life. I
No.
don't like it.
Yeah. Look. I could say Bugs Life is pretty low, but I personally have nostalgia for it, which is why I'm thinking. If you personally hate it, that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I can live with it being lower because genuinely it's mostly nostalgia that I'm upping it to.
I'm not gonna put it in F because it's not a bad movie.
Okay, no. What we got to do is we got to have replace
Bugs.
S. No. What
Are
we
you
gotta
gonna
do
argue
is-
for? Okay, are you gonna argue because I'm gonna put it in D? Are you gonna argue for it being higher?
I was thinking D.
Okay, cool.
I was
D.
thinking D, and I was thinking Up is C. I'm thinking Bugs Life is D, and I'm thinking Up is C, and I was thinking that's a good place to start because then we know what we're comparing them to. You know, like how much better does like a movie need to be, and like I just mean like these are the baselines. As I'm thinking,
I can't
Bugs
find
Life
Up.
is-
No, it's the first one.
Yeah.
C.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
we both kind of agree that it's a good
It's
movie.
high
but
C.
not-
It's high C.
it's-
So like,
yeah.
I'm gonna put like almost everything. If we put anything else in C, it's gonna be below it.
Well, yeah, no, like, okay, this is very spontaneous. We were just talking about it, and we were talking about how Up is really good, but it's not as good as people think it is.
Are you
Or
gonna allow me to do
I-
this?
Toy Story at B? I was gonna say A.
Oh, A. Okay. Well, then I thought you were gonna argue for lower.
No, Toy Story's
No. Well, because here's the thing:
goated!
people always shit on the first Toy Story because they're always like,
Shut
"Oh,
up!
it's
No.
the least emotional." But here's the thing: not only do I have a ton of,
No,
I watched the original Toy Story like every day when
literally-
I was a kid.
Dude, okay. Here's the thing. If it's less emotional, you want to know why? It's encapsulated being a child. It's like so perfect to start a series that eventually becomes what it is. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't make it more emotional because it's not emotional, because it's purely childlike wonder, it sets up for all the devastating stuff that happens later because you genuinely watch 3 and 4 being like, why can't we go back to how it was? And then you just have to accept you're an adult and these movies are for kids and this sucks.
Okay,
It's
and
genuinely
we
the
both
series.
agreed. We were already both agreed on this, so like it's not even a contest, like, right there.
Yeah, no. Change S to goated.
Yeah.
Change A to perfect. Actually, just make it goat. If there's nothing gonna be better than it, just make it goat. Don't even put goated.
No, but I think there's gonna be more movies in that
Okay,
tier.
and then make B great, make C good, and then make D mid, and then make F underwhelming.
Great.
Good, because here's the thing: Pixar is none of these are bad, except for like Cars 2, maybe. Like that's actually bad. No. Make D mid.
No.
For the meme. Fine, don't. Fine is fine is perfect. Let's not meme. If you don't want to, let's just make it fine, and then
Well,
let's
because that's
make
how I react to these movies.
like,
Okay,
yeah.
there you go.
make F underwhelming. Or never. What's that say?
Nah.
Nah. Okay. Cars 2. Yes.
Dude, fuck Cars
okay.
2.
Yeah. I was gonna say Cars 2 goes there. It has
I
some
did
stuff
watch
that's funny.
Cars 2 a lot when I was a little tot.
No, I was the same. It's for a kid, it's the most rewatchable. There's genuinely some funny stuff in there. People meme, but yeah.
Cars.
Lightyear. See, the reason why I wanted underwhelming is because I want to put Lightyear there because it's like
I haven't seen Lightyear yet.
let's put it in nah then.
So this
'cause
is
if we're not
entirely
even-
you.
I haven't seen it either. I don't.
Oh,
care.
we haven't seen it?
Here's the thing: we can put it in nah, as in like we're not watching it. Like we're
Yeah,
not
I don't really have. I don't. It's not. It can't be as bad as Cars 2.
okay.
Uh,
I think we put Wall-E in great, by the way. Just
yeah,
like,
Wall-E's
so
pretty good.
Yeah, we put it in great.
No, I put Wall-E in perfect, but low perfect.
Oh yeah, okay. I can see that.
Because like, here's the thing: like, we were shitting on Wall-E a little bit just because it won.
Was be compared to Incredibles. That's like unfair.
Yeah. This
is just most of this is purely. I feel like some of this is Twitter memeing hard.
I don't think it's Twitter memeing hard. I think it's just people with bad taste.
I can see that. I think we get a couple of the sequels out of the way next.
I
think we put
Toy Story 2 goes here, right?
I believe you. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Toy Story 2 fucking rocks. I
It
like Toy Story 1
does.
more, but like it fucking kicks ass.
Yeah, it does. Oh, by the way, and not put the Good Dinosaur. Frick that.
Oh yeah, this movie sucks.
It was so bad. I did not like that.
I'm gonna keep Lightyear at the top of Nod to give it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, because we haven't seen it, but
yeah.
like we still haven't gone to see it, so it says something.
Toy Story 4. Let's just do the Toy Stories. Toy Story 3 is great.
I was gonna say that I was actually thinking the same thing. Is either great, great, or if we wanted to, after we get Perfect done, it could be at the very end of Perfect. Like it's very.
I think
close.
the Toy Stories kind of trickled down because then I think Toy Story 4 is good.
It is good. I think the ending for Toy Story 4 genuinely is like a very good. Like we wrapped everything up.
Yeah.
And it's satisfying, and it's exactly what we needed, even though we didn't want it. It still ended up being.
Well,
pretty
I find it funny because the Toy Story movies kind of they wrapped it up twice, and by the end of Toy Story 4, when they wrapped it up again, it resulted in the characters going very it resulted in a very melancholy ending almost, just due to because it was the question of okay, what's next after the ending, and the truth of that is with most stories is just people grow and change, and things are not always the same.
It goes in great or perfect, or not perfect. It goes in. I think it goes in great or good.
Bottom great.
Actually, what I was thinking is
I didn't hate it. I've seen people that really don't like it, but I like Toy Story 4.
What I was thinking is maybe after we're done with great, is it goes at the very bottom of great. Maybe we'll see.
Okay. Let's do these two because I know that we've talked about this movie probably more than any other Pixar movie, just due to because your dad likes Monsters University.
My dad loves Monster University to death, and he's
Monsters University is top perfect. In my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
The thing about MU is, I do really like the movie, and I've seen it quite a bit.
Yeah.
But my dad is really biased because he genuinely went to college and he experienced the college experience, despite going to a more Christian school.
Sure.
And so every single character perfectly represents people he's seen in his real life. So it really reaches for that kind of demographic where they grew up going to college in the 80s or 90s, maybe 2000s, you could argue, but it genuinely reaches to those people. And I just happen to not be those people. So I understand there's a deeper meaning to all this stuff, but it doesn't reach me. So I'm going to say
I like the messaging. I like the messaging, and I think it's very unique messaging for the movie. To say you're not going to be you might not be perfect at the thing you want to do, and you might not be built for the thing that you want to do, but you can still find a way to help in that sort of field.
Oh no, there's there's a lot of really good stories about this too. I don't know if you heard about Ping Pong.
I like how this is the most in-depth conversation we're having here. Like, well, all these other ones were literally just like, it's good, it's good. You know what I mean?
Okay, here's the thing though, is that we've kind of talked about them before, except for maybe Bug's Life and some of the other ones that are like, we know it's kind of okay, whatever.
Bug's Life is.
Here's the thing, is like, MU also has the like dealing with the like this happens in the world. We're dealing with a situation where you're really passionate about something, and you're bad at it. And then there's someone you're gonna like, if you could love chess to death, be all about chess, and then you just suck at it, like me. And I'm in that scenario where I just suck at chess, and I love chess, but I'm never gonna be good at it. And then there's people that hate chess and don't want to have anything to do with it, and they're freaking godlike. They're top 20 in the world or whatever. And it's like, you just have to live with that.
I'm willing to let you make this distinction.
I genuinely think it's great. I would put it at the lower end of great, but it is great.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
It's
got so much to go. It's really rewatchable too. Out of most of Pixar's catalog, it's one of the movies that you could just be like, I want to see a film and I don't know what to see.
I do kind of want to go back I do kind of want to go back and explain some of these other picks though, because I think we did this really weird.
We did. I agree.
Like, we both agree that Incredibles is the best movie that Pixar's ever made.
100%.
It is 100%.
There is no doubt in my freaking mind.
It is the most rewatchable. It is arguably. I don't even think this necessarily, but it's arguably the best superhero movie of all time. Just insanely really good.
Feel the same way because it just like has everything. Dude.
And we talked about before the video, which is what kind of brought this up, is that Up is mid, in my opinion. I think it is a 7 out of 10 movie that is held up by like a 10 out of 10 scene at the beginning, making it more of like an 8 out of 10, but it's good. It's not great, perfect, or goated.
It also really helps that like the soundtrack, like all of it.
Yeah, the soundtrack's great.
All of it is good.
I don't think there's a bad Pixar soundtrack. Oh, well.
There's some, but they're like, it's a more personal preference thing. Let's do, I was thinking we do Nemo and Dory next.
Yeah. Let's do Nemo, the good one, first.
I wouldn't say perfect. I just think it's perfect.
I really, really, really like the opening scene of Finding Nemo.
It's
been a minute. Honestly, it's been a minute since I've watched Finding Nemo. But
it has from what I remember
of Finding Nemo, this was one of the few Pixar movies I actually owned on DVD when I was a kid. I don't know though. I don't know if I want to put Finding Nemo over Monsters Inc.
That's what I was thinking. I think
you said it's there.
Perfect. It's there. Perfect. Yeah, it genuinely is perfect. Like, look. It doesn't like. This is kind of like we're both very similar and basically the same human being, which is why this is lining up so perfectly in like different ways. So like Goated is kind of like not only is the movie perfect, but also it like appeals to me specifically. Whereas Perfect is genuinely like there are no gripes with this film. It is very well executed. It's very well done.
Well, and we were talking about soundtrack. Finding Nemo's soundtrack kicks ass. Yes. Finding Nemo's soundtrack is amazing.
If we're gonna be, dude, all of the ones in Perfect have the insane soundtracks. Monster Inc. has so much great like band.
Fucking Incredibles, so Michael Giacchino.
And then there's like the orchestra in WALL-E that's really good, and the ambiance is really good in WALL-E, and then the opening song for Toy Story is iconic.
Yeah.
The song alone, the voice, like it's perfect. Like all of them have amazing soundtracks. And then Dory, I think Dory is just a tier below.
Really? You think it's good?
I do think it's.
You think it's great?
I don't think it's great. I think it's teetering for me. It's been a while too.
I'd put it in fine.
That's okay.
It's a couple good scenes, but it is not a movie that I've ever been itching to rewatch.
Yeah.
I just think it's.
No, I agree.
I will put it bottom good.
No. Fine is fine.
Okay. I think it's better than Bugs Life.
Okay, it is. I do think it's better than Bugs Life because Bugs Life is kind of aged a little poorly.
Other than
the animation,
That's the big thing about A Bug's Life, though. Is A Bug's Life is a movie that, like, visually is like the worst looking Pixar movie in my opinion, because
it really is.
It has about the same, because like I get like they were like, it's a big technical leap, especially since they were like dealing with like a big perk of like the original Toy Story is that they were doing like all indoors. It was all toys, so they look plasticky anyways. But with like A Bug's Life, you can really see them stretching the technology they had at the time like really thin, and I think that movie looks like garbage most of the time.
Yeah, it is definitely the weakest animation wise, and it is the original. I do like it, but that's mostly nostalgia, so I like that it's in fine. It's fine.
I mean, yeah, I think once again, like, I'm not gonna,
it's something I will definitely put on when I have kids. I'm definitely gonna want to watch it with them, and it's gonna be fine.
All right,
we want to do Ratatouille too. It goes in perfect. It's that simple.
No, I agree. But how many of these movies does it outrank?
I don't think it outranks Toy Story, but maybe WALL-E. I would personally put it above WALL-E, but not above Toy Story.
I'd put it above Toy Story. I genuinely think it's really fucking good.
Okay. No, I'm okay with this.
I'd even put it up here.
If that's cool with you. I don't disagree. I like
I really like Ratatouille.
Look, I'm really okay with it because Ratatouille is one of the the top 4 are the Pixar films I've watched the most on like repeat. Like even in my adult life, I've watched Ratatouille and Toy Story 2 and Monsters Inc. and Incredibles. I've seen them several times in my more recent years. I've seen them. So, like, the more rewatchable something is, the more I want to see it.
Ratatouille is another weird one because, like, that's the thing is, I have to admit, like, I did not own a lot of Pixar movies on, like, DVD or anything when I was a kid. Because, like, I owned a VHS of the original Toy Story. I watched that literally every day. I wore out the VHS. But, like, I did not own a lot of these movies on, like, DVD or anything when they came out. But I owned, like, Finding Nemo, Ratatouille, and the original Cars. And those were the ones that I owned, and Toy Story 2. So, like, those were the ones that I watched a bunch, and then some of these other ones I didn't watch as much.
Can we, like, rip off a Band-Aid real quick and do all the Cars? Because I think I have an idea of where I want to put them.
Do you have as much nostalgia for Cars 1 as I do?
Yes.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe we put it in great if we're talking about nostalgia, but I'm okay.
Hey, here's the thing. I genuinely think this movie is, like, fine where it belongs. Yeah. But my nostalgia wants me to put it in great, which makes me think that we put it bottom good.
Yes. Okay. What I was thinking. I was thinking the exact same thing where it's like, I think if you're looking at it in a vacuum, it's all right. It's a fine movie. It does a very simple. Don't ask any questions about how they live or anything. Just accept the world. And it's weird.
Accept the world.
Don't think about it.
If you accept the world, the story's fine. It works. It's charming.
Yeah, it is.
Owen Wilson says, "Wow." All right, then Cars 3, which I objectively think that Cars 3 is a better movie than Cars 1.
Same.
But I don't know if it's great.
I don't know if it's great, but I know it's good.
I think because we settled based on like where Cars 1 actually belonged and where we would have like put it.
Personally put it, yeah.
So I think Cars 3 deserves to be better, but it actually belongs there.
It does belong there. It genuinely belongs there, and I do think Up is better than Cars 3.
But no. I would have.
I don't want to see it above that. Up is in its perfect spot. Like it deserves to be the best of the good.
Okay, so this one's fucking weird.
Now we got Cars done. Incredibles 2, I genuinely think is like great.
You think it's great?
I like it. All right, I like it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I just want more Incredibles.
Okay, I like scenes from it.
Yes, scenes.
I don't know if I want to put. I don't know if I want to put.
I don't know if I want to put it in great either.
I'll even give it to you. I'll put it above Up.
Again, the only reason why I say this is because I just want more Incredibles.
I don't really
like. This is the closest we ever get.
I don't like some of the characterizations. I feel like some characters, like Violet and Dash, I feel like had way more personality and way more depth to them in the first one, and they just feel like stereotypes of what they were.
Give me your raw opinion, unbiased to my outburst of enjoyment of the first movie, because it's only in the spot that it's in purely because I want more Incredibles 1, and some of it's in there, but not a lot of it.
Yeah.
So where were you? What's your raw opinion, unintrusive, but like mine? Like where would
my raw opinion is that I think, like I said, I think some of the characters were flanderized.
No, I mean like what tier? Because we talked about it.
Oh, my raw opinion?
Yeah, like where would it go on the tier list? Like where would you put it with like not me?
If you weren't here, and I feel like your optimism for it has made me kind of reevaluate it a bit and be like, okay.
I just want to see more Incredibles. That's the only reason why I think it belongs there.
If I was alone doing this and I didn't have you here to kind of twist me a little bit, I would have totally put it in fine. Like top of
I'm okay. No, I will tell you right now, I'm okay with it because I do think there's flaws in the plot. And okay. Please put it in fine, because what kills me is Screenslaver could have been the freaking sickest villain of all time, and they dropped the ball so bad.
You know what? You've kind of twisted me. I'm on the other side of the fence a little bit. I'll put it bottom good, because I do think it's. I like you've kind of made me think that, like, yeah, there are moments of like the original that kind of shine through that I like.
Yeah, no, the Jack stuff shines through. The
Jack stuff, but the Jack stuff I believe could have been like a short, and they did do a short.
Yeah, they did do a short. It's one of it's my favorite Pixar short. It's so good. Yeah. I've seen it a lot.
All right, okay. We have to tackle Inside.
Sadly. No, please, can we put it off? I don't want to do it yet.
Do you not want to? Well, because here's the thing. I think we might have a similar opinion, because you said sadly.
Yeah, we do. I think Inside Out is overhyped.
I do too. Mid. I think it's mid.
It's so
I think Inside Out.
Inside Out. Put it down. No. Just put it.
Inside Out. Inside Out was.
Put it in tier. Put it in the fine tier, and let's just not talk about it. Because I think
it's good. I'll put it bottom good.
Okay. That's right about where I put it.
I think Inside Out. I think Inside Out was. It was at a time where we were getting Pixar sequel after Pixar sequel. People were starved for a good Pixar movie, and Inside Out came out, and it was just. It was a Pete Docter movie. It was better than what they were putting out at the time. It came out after Brave and Good Dinosaur, and people were like, oh, it's a good Pixar movie. But, like, it's not that good. It's fine.
Okay, speaking of Brave, I kind of like it more than Inside Out.
Really?
I have recency bias. I've seen it recently with my sister, and I genuinely just had a fun time watching with her.
Wow.
That could just be me just wanting to feel the culture a little bit. But if we're talking about the story and the characters,
no, I love the cultural shit.
Inside Out. It's below Inside Out, but I like the culture stuff, and that's about it. If we're talking story, if we're purely talking about substance, it's one of their weaker films. I agree.
Here's the thing.
I'm okay with you deciding this.
I'm also salty because like this was like one of those movies that like they literally fired the director. They literally fired the director of Brave, and then like twisted her vision into something it wasn't supposed to be, and that shit pisses me off.
It makes me mad. Here's the thing.
It's up to you. I don't.
No. I'm the same way. I like the flavor.
I'm not
like. Yeah. It's not nutritionally great, if you know what I mean. Like the substance isn't there, but everything, the polish, the music, everything's there except for the substance. Like the plot, the story, the characters are a little weird. Like everything's in place, but they just don't have it, and it's because they fired the red director. So I'm okay with you putting it wherever you want. I just want to get it out there that I like this film, but it's not because it's a good film. It's because it's a good time.
It's gonna sit right. I'm gonna give it a pat. It's gonna sit right there.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with this. I just wanted you to know that I love and respect this film, and it's sad what happened to it.
That's I agree.
I just wanted to put that out there
it was better
before people just see this and they get mad, and I go like, look, I love this thing, but sadly, it just got dropped. Like, genuinely.
Yeah, it got dropped as a child. It's pretty don't work.
It's just so sad.
All right. Coco. Where do you think Coco goes?
I personally think Coco's overhyped.
Really?
But I respect everything about it so much. So I'm
okay. I want you to give your thing of Coco before I get into it.
The twist sucks. The culture is great.
I like the twist in Coco. I think I like the twist in Coco.
I don't like it.
I think it's one of the better twist villains from the 2010s because I maybe I was just being naive and stupid, but I fell for it.
No. Here's the thing. Is I respect everything about this film. Like, I'm okay with you putting it where you want it. Like, I genuinely think.
I just want to hear where you would put it.
If it was me, I would put it right next. I would put it. I would say. I'm really biased. I really like WALL-E. I'd put it under WALL-E. That's where I'd put it.
Oh, so you put it high. Still.
But here's the thing. I would put it there purely out of respect for everything in it. But if we're talking like my personal attachment, I'd put it in good.
Okay.
But that's because I personally don't vibe with this film. It's not my vibe. The characters aren't me. They're nowhere near me. I don't get them.
I like it.
I don't like the twist ending, but I do.
When I watch this
I do like the music, and I do like the story.
And to be fair, I think I haven't seen it.
But it just doesn't vibe with me.
I haven't seen it in a couple of years, and I do think when I watched it, I was feeling what I think people were feeling with Inside Out, where I was just starved for a good Pixar movie, and this one was good, so I was like, oh, okay.
No, I understand it. I don't know what it was, but like when it hit me, I was just like. I was just on this high of like
to honor your vibe with it. I'm gonna put
no. I don't vibe with it. That's what I'm saying. Is like my storytelling brain, my character analysis brain really likes this film, but like my soul, my heart is not in it. It's.
I'll put it at the top of great because I genuinely think I would put it at the bottom of perfect, but I'll
put it there. Put it there. That's where I would put it. I said it would go after WALL-E.
Okay.
No. I don't know how to express it. Where I'm saying like, when something is like genuinely like it's good, it's great, it's perfect, but you just know it's just not for you. Like that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like I understand the characters are great, the music is perfect, the polish is amazing, everything is perfect about it, and yet it's literally perfect, and yet it just doesn't vibe with me.
I think it's
and
funny.
then I just get turned off by it. It's weird.
This video is going to be so weird when it comes out in terms of pacing because we are going so deep into these last couple of movies and we tore through everything at the beginning. We didn't talk like a single.
The beginning is obvious though.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, Onward. I want to hear you say where you think this one should go first because
Onward is good. It's at the bottom of good.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worse than. I don't think it's worse than any of these.
It's a good time. It's a very rewatchable film. Like it's one of the ones where like it's not super crazy serious.
My biggest problem with it is I don't think any of the side characters are good. I don't think.
Yeah.
I like Tom Holland brother. I think Chris Pratt brother is a little bit whatever.
Extra.
Yeah. And then my biggest problem with it is I don't know, man. The biggest thing that I've heard is that like I just think the movie's fine. It's okay. And then whenever I have someone criticize me for it, they're like, "Oh, well, you didn't have a brother. You didn't grow up with a brother." I'm like, "Fuck you. I have two brothers."
No. You have two brothers.
In fact, if anything, I'm gonna say like I think that like this is like a weird tangent to go on. I think the movie that I've seen that most accurately like sums up what it's like to have a brother is fucking like Diary of a Wimpy Kid Project Rules, the live action one.
It is.
That movie does such a good job of like showing how like brothers like torment each other, but like ultimately like it's like we're able to come together and be siblings.
Okay, I'm sorry for. I know a lot of people like this film. Can we put Turning Red in?
Oh, we're doing Turning Red.
Somewhere at the bottom of good. I don't care where.
I'm gonna give it. I think it's a good enough
I can
movie.
Even say maybe
I'm gonna put it above Incredibles 2 based on my.
Yeah,
I would put it probably here. If I was ranking it objectively.
If we didn't like Cars.
No, above Cars 3. Above Cars 3. I would put it above Cars 3.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna put it
That's
here.
That's what I'm saying, is because we have nostalgia for Cars.
My biggest problem with it is I like the story, I like the symbolism in it. I think it's all fine. I don't like any of the characters. I don't really like any of the characters.
It's not written for us, man. It's okay. It's okay.
I don't really like any of the characters. Well, no, and more so than that,
it's not written for us.
I think the humor's very goofy in like a sort of like we need your attention span kind of way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just like it gives me like Teen Titans Go vibes at the worst of it, especially with like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I go off and like? My raw opinion about this next film is that I personally, if it was just me, I would put Luca above or below Ratatouille, and I would refuse to put it anywhere else. And I love Luca so freaking much.
It's very unfortunate because I think Luca is like absolute dog shit. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I disagree immensely.
Yeah, no.
I think it's around there.
I'm good putting Luca right there.
Perfect. It's so perfect. It's exactly what it is.
No, we've agreed.
It's so good.
I've agreed with you in the past on this, dude. I think Luca is like top tier because it's one of the few Pixar movies because that's the thing is I've discussed frustration.
So many times. What makes me mad is that it didn't get put in theaters, and it's like, it's so good.
I've discussed frustration with the Pixar style before, you know, where I just like so much of the American animation industry is just like cartoony-esque characters in a real-world environment, not a lot of like experimenting with art styles or anything. It's just everything's got to look realistically textured, but you know, like some cartoony proportioned characters, and that's like the art style. And I think that works for Pixar, but like so much. And Luca is the one movie that actually like tries to do something weird, and it's like. And to be fair, I guess you could say like Cars technically does also do like cartoony proportioned cars, but like Luca is the one movie that like it's just about humans, but they actually did something really, and it looks unique. And that's the thing is any like little gripe I might have with the story, which there are very very few, but any little gripe I might have about the story is literally like erased by the fact that I think that the movie is constantly charming to look at.
It is.
So, yeah.
The characters are fun. It's just a good time. It's exactly what it says on the box.
It is far from the most deep Pixar movie, but it is.
Okay, I shouldn't have said more special. I just meant like there's nothing like underhanded about what they're trying to do. It's purely it's purely execution.
No, and I'd almost like put it up there with why like Castle of Cagliostro is one of my favorite movies of all time. Castle of Cagliostro is like the least deep Miyazaki movie. But it's the movie that, like, I don't know, man. It's just, it is a good time from start to finish.
That's what I mean.
It's not trying to be anything more.
No, it's purely polish. It's purely execution. It's not trying to be extra in any way. And yet it becomes extra by just being that good in the music and the characters, the voice acting. Just everything is perfectly in its place. It's just it's a large scale. It's like seeing those puzzles that are like 50,000 pieces and it's huge, and just knowing that you don't know how it was made, maybe, but like, or how it was put together, but there's 50,000 pieces and they're perfectly aligned, and it's not like a weird shaped, it's a perfect rectangle. Like, that's what I mean. It's like, it's not like a weird shape where they're like, you know, they snuck something in or they have a twist at the end. It's purely a rectangle. It's purely absurdity, like the polish is on point. It's just purely polish and execution, and that's all you need to have a great film.
Yeah.
And it's just the pure antithesis of that. I love it so much.
All right. Did you watch Soul?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you rank this one Soul because I've actually never seen Soul.
Oh, okay. I would put Soul either at the bottom of perfect or the bottom of great. I'm not super particular about it.
That's a leap of like 3 movies.
I know. I'm
gonna put it here.
I do like it. It is good, but I don't see myself rewatching it a lot. It has a lot to say, and it is cool. I love the execution on a lot of the stuff. The music is great. The characters are real. Like it's called Soul for a reason. I think it's just a better Inside Out. I genuinely think it is. It's just so much better.
Soul is the movie that it was one of the movies that I wanted. I really wanted to watch on Disney Plus while I had it, and then I got rid of Disney Plus, and I was like, oh fuck, I forgot to watch Soul. So that was. I
mean, if you want to come, you're coming over later this week if we wanted to watch it.
I'd be down. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll watch Lupin. We'll watch Soul. Good combination, but it's all right.
All right.
So
that's the tier list.
Yeah. I think Soul is gonna.
The weirdest
Coco. Okay, here's the thing.
Video.
I want to say right now, if there's several films I know will ruffle a lot of people's feathers or whatever, but I genuinely am very proud of this list. I really. This is exactly where everything is in my collective perspective. I'm including the heart and the soul, but I'm also including the analytical part of me. But because if I was to make it more analytical, then a lot of these would be higher up, because I genuinely understand that they're, because they're better to certain audiences and stuff like that. It just doesn't appeal to me, and it doesn't cover things I'm familiar with, Okay.
Shrugs. Is Shrug with 1G? Yes, it is with 1G. Shrugs.
That's all right. I agree.
That says Shrugs.
You're gonna cut this out and put it on Twitter and watch all the freaking.
No one follows me on Twitter, so no one's gonna see it. But yeah,
I know, if you responded to the tournament or something, I don't know. Anyways, this is hype. Dude, I genuinely am pretty confident with this list. This is exactly where I would put everything.
I
don't know about you. Yeah.
Well,
we're very similar.
Because that's the thing, is we're very similar, and all this stuff. I made an effort that all this stuff that we didn't agree on, I tried to put in the middle of our opinions, so it was a compromise.
And here's the thing, though, is that most of them weren't even by huge margins when we were.
Well, no, yeah, literally, because most of it was in fact, actually, the couple that I thought you were going to heavily disagree with me on, because I don't, there are movies out here. I literally, because I had we've never talked about Inside Out before, so I literally people like Inside Out, so I don't know if you like Inside Out, but I don't think it's that good.
Out that much. I really don't like Inside Out that much.
Yeah,
it's all right. It's fine.
It's fine.
And then also we've never talked about Brave before, and how it just tugs at your freaking cultural heartstrings, bro.
Bro, I don't.
Sadly,
it doesn't tug at my cultural heartstrings, because I'm not school tish, but I
no, just appreciating.
No, it's fun.
That's what I mean. Just appreciating the culture.
You do be a European nation. Most of those have really interesting culture.
Yeah.
All right.
I know. It's just I like that part of it. It's the part of it that they kind of kept, even though they dropped the ball on actually making the project come to light properly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna end it. Goodbye.
Come back. Maybe we'll do another tier list.
Actually, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind doing another tier list.
If we wanted to do one, Caleb's been talking about maybe doing all the Mario Kart tracks at some point.
I'm down. We already we might as well have fucking done that in the Dread episode, but we could do that again.
Yeah, exactly. All
right.
I'm not saying we should do it anytime soon or anything. I'm just saying maybe sometime.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Goodbye.
Peace.